love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay.
All right, this time I ain't about to play around. I'm gonna play you serious this time. I'm pulling out all the stops. So I was just trying to try something on you, but you seen what I already was doing, so you played in the shotgun.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New Orleans Saints.
You gonna kick the ball, brother, or what? Where you at? You ready? You sure?
And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Watch the curve. Slim.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Yellow lady. Run. Stop your body. Under 20.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Yellow lady.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo and their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, Phil. Hey, 4-2, Phil. Watch out. Check, Mike. Mike, 54. Watch twist. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that. This by 7. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Hey. Mike's 7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. It's caught by Jackson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Murray fighting, lost the football. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready? You ready? Kill.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Check out. Rush in. Kill.
Breeze now. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
152 fighter.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Yellow waiting. Kill. 6-6, pull it high.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check. Kill.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Here we go with Kamara. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties.
The only thing I had to do was just change my defense up against you. I was just trying to play like the other dude.
Does read like a book. He read it like a book, and and took it in for 6.
And if they use their
That's all I had to do. If I change my defense up, you see, different result. And this is a trash defense I'm playing with, too.
Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pick out. Good for an Eagle first down. Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing is Wentz. Trying to improvise. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Defense change up is easy.
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
So I can't believe you be going to the interviews.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Wentz now to throw. Being chased out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Second time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus.
Man, that's crazy, dude. That's bad.
Take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's bad. But I know how he losing to me, though. I can tell him how. Like, it's easy to know how he losing.
Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
That's crazy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge.
It got his man complete. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. They come out here in the eye. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles get a score closer. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
56, Mike 56.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
That's it. Yellow waiting. Number 53, Mike 53. 3 bucks.
They'll run. This is Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Let's find 7. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the pass.
Wentz going to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Shotgun now for Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 56. Smooth. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Not here. Mike 56. Mike 56. Grade 15. Grade 15. Mike 56 right there.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to sling. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary...
Am I mistaken? This dude actually coming back. Like, I'm tripping. It's 38-21. What am I doing? Like, I'm really playing with this dude. He really about to come back. Like, what am I doing?
Find an open receiver, but condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion. All that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
21. Check 37. Check 37. Tighten up. Tighten up. Say. Under. Back.
Kamara. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. 36. 5-9.
Bree's going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these 5-9.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to let this go. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 44 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So it's safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
38, Eagles 48. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the eye. Kill.
Running with Kamara. Brought down by Nate Gary.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Saints first down.
Breeze now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Over. Check 4, check 4. Shift. Hey, kill. You got tight right there. Check nickel.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Working from the gun. It's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Shorty. Go. Score, Tokyo. 56.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Finding room at the 30, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Right there, 56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
56.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, he's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
On 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. He's going to let it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ready, 95, 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle